everybody, it's JJ Talks, and it's Thursday on the Breakfast Club, and this week we're talking about Facebook. And I'm kind of excited to talk about this. So, gosh, where do I start? A lot of people have been talking about, what do we use social media for? What do we use Facebook specifically for? And then also kind of, Paul especially talked about the more insidious side of Facebook and, how your information is being retained and sold and how they build these psychological profiles on you and how, and then other members of the Breakfast Club went on to talk about how it's basically like, it kind of feels like Big Brother. And I think I just want to start this video by saying that I don't care if Big Brother's watching me. Like, in theory, spying is bad, and I don't want people watching me, and, I'm just, reminded of, like, what the fuck are they called? The Night Watch in Babylon 5, where you're, like, report on people for wrong think and stuff like that. So obviously, like, if it escalates to the level of people are being imprisoned for their opinions that the NSA heard from Alexa in their home, like, yeah, that's an issue. But at this point, like, fucking whatever. Like, I don't give a shit. You want to, like, there could be a camera in my apartment right now. I don't care. Do you want to judge, how many times I eat Taco Bell a week or the weird porn that I watch? I don't care. Like, I don't care. I've got bigger things to worry about than whether or not someone is spying on me. Number two, I'm not doing anything wrong, so, and I get that. That's not the point, but I'm just not doing anything that I feel like I need to keep private or secret. And then three, if these people want to get information on me, I would have to go completely off the grid for them to not. Like, I couldn't have, like, a bank account. I'd have to do everything in cash, and I couldn't use coupons like they were talking about. Like, I couldn't have a fucking CVS Extra Care card, or they would spy on what I buy at CVS, and it's everywhere, and it's sure, like, it's scary, and I totally value, the terrifying theme of that kind of, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like totalitarianism, like watching you and like controlling you, like that's scary, and I understand that, but how it's being manifested right now, like there's just nothing I can do about it. Listen, I have to have a smartphone for my job and for school. Yes, believe it or not, I do. I have to have a laptop for my job and for school, and on that alone, it doesn't matter. Like, Facebook's not going to make me any more watched. I mean, maybe it will. I don't know. But I think that as humans, we are kind of like liquids. Liquids that crave connection. And that whenever a new mode for us to express ourselves, or meet new people, or just new space, a new mode of space for us to fill up as individuals exists, we gravitate towards it because, I don't know, that's just what we do as people. We want to, even shy people, even people who don't like attention, have, blogs and stuff, and maybe it's under a fake name, but it's, it exists, and it's just, I think it's natural for us, like, to be on social media because, one, we crave connection, and, like, social media is the epitome of connection, and it might be, like, the fast food of connection. It's not necessarily deep and authentic, and slow cooked, but it's like quantity, so much connection in such a rapid amount of time that it's really appealing to us because we want that. And that's okay. And I also, I don't know, I feel like we do, Paul talked about like, or I think it was Kazoo maybe, whose caption on their video said that, it's kind of like an idealistic version of ourselves, was one of them. And I just, I think that's true, but it's not necessarily a negative thing because, it's the whole idea of the face that you show to the world, you face that you show to the people closest to you, and the face that, only you see. Like, it's just because it's being manifested in social media does not mean that it's a new theme. It's something that people have been talking about for centuries, and how we express ourselves in public or in front of certain audiences and in certain contexts. On LinkedIn, I'm going to express myself a lot differently than I'm going to on my alt Twitter account. On my resume, I'm going to express myself differently, and like that's okay. Because I don't know why, I guess in big picture it's bad because people expect us to be like, your employer expects you to be perfect. You don't want your employer to see you snorting coke. It doesn't matter how great of an employee you are. You don't want your employer to see you snorting coke. And like, maybe that's stupid. Maybe that's like, why can't your employer see past this when it literally has no impact on your job? But you know that they won't be able to see past it, and so you present yourself in a certain way. And it's like survival, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, back to Facebook. So, I don't know. I use Facebook personally for keeping up with family and coworkers and friends and people I have classes with, because I'll have, I'll make these really great friends in my classes, and we'll like sit next to each other every day all semester and spend all semester together, and then all of a sudden we don't have any classes together and we don't have time to spend with each other. And I want to keep up with them because I care about them, and I want to see, oh, they're got into grad school, or they're doing this, or they're doing that, and because I like them as a person, and that's kind of what I use Facebook for. I don't really use it for politics and stuff. I used to when I was like 15, but I don't know. So basically 3 big points. What were my 3 big points? I feel like Facebook is just something that everybody's overthinking. Unless you're thinking about it in the whole Big Brother context. I think that if you don't, like, someone deletes you as a friend, who cares? It's Facebook. Just like, I don't know, I just use it to keep up with people, and I think it's not a big deal, and it blows my mind that people have such, like, strong opinions about it. 2, I think it's natural for humans to gravitate towards social media because we crave quantity of connection, sometimes over quality, but that doesn't necessarily mean like your relationships through social media are not going to be of good quality. And then 3, I don't care if they're watching me. I just don't care. They're gonna do it anyway. Let me keep up with my grandma. My grandmas are on Facebook now, and they're so excited because, like, it used to be, oh, I'd call them twice a year, see them twice a year, and that was it, and maybe they'd send a birthday card, but, like, now that I get to talk to them every single day because they'll send me a chat on Facebook, and, like, my grandma discovered she discovered gifts, and it's adorable, and she loves it, and I'm like, just let people be happy. I don't know, like, I feel like, for me, it's, like, such a lighthearted thing that, I don't know, I don't think about it too much. Anyway, that was a little bit all over the place, but, oh well. I don't know. I'd be interested to talk about, at some point, like, how different social medias beget different types of social interaction, because that's also a huge topic that'd be, I don't know, cool to talk about. But anyway, I don't know, I found all these videos very interesting to watch, and they kind of revealed to me a lot about my fellow Breakfast Clubbers that I didn't know. So I'm really grateful that Kazoom started this topic. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye!